If exercise doesn't do anything else for you, it will motivate you. It will heal you. It will have you looking at yourself as a totally different person. It will put you in alignment mentally, physically, and emotionally, spiritually, whatever you believe in. It will do that for you. I want to share my story in hopes that this motivates someone to get started today, okay? And this is coming from a place of vulnerability. This is coming from a place of encouragement and just hoping that this, helps someone to get started on, processing what they need to process as far as traumas, as far as, insecurities, and as far as needing to be reassured by others. Like, this is for you. This is for the lady who's lacking confidence. This is for the lady that is really struggling, with ailments, for the lady who really doesn't like what she sees in the mirror, doesn't like the way she feels. Maybe, her mental is messing with her. Maybe she's going through a bad breakup. This is for you, okay? So, for those of you who do not know me, I'm Coach D. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a certified glute specialist. I help the ladies develop the buns and all that good stuff, right? I'm a certified group instructor and I'm a certified nutrition coach, all right? I've helped many women to, transform their life for the better, whether that is their energy levels, their, aesthetics, whether that is them getting off their medications, correcting a lot of imbalances within themselves as far as their confidence is concerned, as far as getting off of medications, or just, correcting different levels, diabetes levels, sugar levels, high blood pressure levels, all that good stuff. And I helped a few guys along the way. Shout out to my guys who didn't have the ego-driven mindset to not work with the female coach. Female coaches are typically more detailed, typically better, but that's for another story. No shade to my guy coaches, but this is just things that I've been told by guys. So, just reporting the news, right? But back to the story. So, I'm going to share my story, and I'm hoping, like I said, this helps you. So, how I got started with this journey is just, it's a story. And it's probably not too much far off from, a lot of people's story as to why they got into this lifestyle. Surface level, I was really always wanting to be in shape, dealing with guys who've always been into the gym and things like that. But, within my family, it was never something that was promoted. It was never something that was, instilled in you. You need to be going to the gym. You need to be eating healthy. It was all this, eating soul food, getting together with family, all the good stuff, not really worrying about what causes the chronic illnesses and diseases within the family dynamics. Oh, grandma had this or your great grandma had that, but nobody ever sat to say, okay, well, we need to stop this from our family. We need to stop this from happening. So, as a kid, you just going along with what your family, traditions are. You're eating all the crap at Thanksgiving, eating all the crap and during Christmas, birthday parties, a bunch of cake, all the cookouts, all that good stuff, right? And just living life. So fast forward to, I want to say, shoot, I'm about to be 38 now, guys. So I want to say probably about 38, 34, between the ages of 34, 35, I started really not liking myself. And I'm going to say, as far as my mental was concerned, because I was just attracting all the wrong people, especially in relationships. Like, insecure guys just always want to argue with me. Just, always finding myself in just these relationships where I'm codependent. When they're codependent on me, it's just like they just pulling on me, dragging on me. Like, when I tell you energy levels, all types of stuff, was in a job that was paying me good money, but I hated the damn job. When I say hated it, I hated the job. Like, It stressed me out. There was nights that I could not sleep because the stress levels were so high that I guess I took the work home with me, not even knowing, subconsciously that the stress was still there. I mean, I would sleep for days sometimes, y'all, but, it's good government job. It's, high paying job. It's the status. It's the, what you want to have, the six figures and all that, being a young black woman, the first to go to college in my family, just first to be a landlord, first to do all of this stuff in my family, right? The first. People within my family dynamics looking up to me. Hell, my own parents at some point in time, come to me for advice and things like that. So, being considered the strong one in the family, right? And not even knowing that this was all weighing on me, right? Not even noticing that the toll it was taking on my body, the toll that it was taking on my mental. Like I said, all these relationships and all these things compounded on me. And on top of that, going through, like I said, just bad relationships. And then COVID hit. Now, COVID was not something that I'm going to say I was happy that happened just because of the, lives that it took, the people that it affected, and just the mental drainage that it had on a lot of people. But it was also a blessing for a lot of people if, it was your time for that to be a blessing for you. This point in time, it was a blessing for me, even though I lost a family member to COVID, and some people near and dear to me that I know, their family was deeply impacted by COVID. And I do send my prayers out to you guys, and, I continuously, I love you guys, but, COVID was a blessing in disguise for me. COVID was where I immediately was able to start my healing journey. At this point in time, my knees were hurting. And I was so scared that I'm going to have knee replacements because my dad had to have both his knees replaced, right? So, of course, I'm like, okay, genetically, I'm going to have that happen to me too, right? If I don't take care of myself, my knees were just aching. And I'm like, I'm in my early 30s. Why am I having these pains, why am I looking in the mirror and not liking what I see? I'm taking 2 hours to get dressed because I'm constantly picking out outfits because I don't like the way this one looks. I don't like the way that one looks. And I, want to present a certain way. I want to present myself with confidence. I want to be out there in the streets looking, lovely, looking, but mentally I wasn't there. I did not like the way I looked. No matter how many outfits I tried on, I did not like the way I looked, right? And I had to come to grips with that. And so, during COVID, I took the time to just really look at my life and just to really look at myself and say, look, the enough is a freaking enough. It is time for you to fall in love with yourself, right? Don't worry about that person over there, what they're doing, that person over there, what they're doing. It is your time. It's time for you to do what you need to do for yourself. And what I started with, it wasn't even mental at this point. It was my physical. That's the first thing that everyone aims for, in this journey, and then it just spirals from there in a good way. I wanted to get the weight down. I wanted to look good in my clothes. I wanted to look in the mirror and be like, damn, you did that, right? You look great. You look fit, right? And I did that. I got in shape. I got the weight off. But my body wasn't changing the way I wanted to change. So then I got a coach, right? I got a coach. And, he was getting me there. He got a lot of weight down. We started building muscle and things like that. And, I started documenting my journey. And people was like, man, let me work with your coach, da-da-da. And I told my coach, and my coach was like, nope, you work with them. You know what to do. And I'm like, really? Yeah, I promise you. After that, I never thought about being anybody's coach. But after that, my life changed, right? And that was his reason for coming into my life, because shortly after he departed out of my life, he's still alive, but he went on to do other things where he could no longer coach me. So I had to figure it out and put things into practice, into play for myself. So what I did was I went and got certified. That's when I got all of my certifications, and then after that I got my first client. So figuring it out, things like that. I got introduced, and then right here, this is when I'm getting more confident, right? I am, helping myself get in shape and get, educated and everything like that. But then I'm also helping someone else, my first client. Like she's still my client to this day, and I love her to death. And so I'm literally helping myself get clear. I'm helping my, first client get clear. And then from there, I just started getting more clients. She started referring me to other people, and my clientele just start building, right? But in the midst of this, my confidence is growing, my body's changing, things like that, right? My mental is getting more clear. And then I started to want to heal self because I'm like, okay, all of this is happening, all this good stuff is happening, but I was still attracting broken people, broken men at that. So then, okay, I'm like, well, okay. And like literally, I was just an epiphany. Why am I attracting these kind of guys? Why? Then that's when I started looking at myself. Okay, what's my issues? You are what you attract is the phrase, right? So that's when I said, okay, let me really start looking at myself. Let me write down my issues. Let me start brain dumping y'all. And this is a process. Like I had to really like start getting deep within my shadow self, like looking at, the type of people I was attracting, looking at, the negatives and the positives of my life, the negatives and positives of myself. Like, what was I doing? Like, what was I exuding, to attract these kind of people into my life? I had literally had to go deep within myself to really, really, really hone in on that, right? And with this, I started manifesting things that I never thought I could. I really never thought I could manifest being a landlord. I never really thought I could manifest, really handling a business. Like at this point in time, I'm at the government job. I'm running a part-time business that's now, overflowing, and it's getting bigger than my daggone full-time. What I do, I grew the confidence to leave my government job. It's been over a year now. I'm still here. I'm still making it. So shout out to Spirit, shout out to God for that, right? But it's not possible without me being mentally tough, guys. It's not possible without me still, believing and having faith and having confidence in myself. And that's why you guys see me work out every day, because that literally right there is what is going to keep me grounded for me. And that's also what's going to keep me going and motivated. Because if I let myself get out of shape, who's going to trust me to coach them, right? How am I even going to trust myself in coaching somebody else if I can't keep myself in shape, right? If I can't keep myself from, getting stressed out, if I can't, keep myself mentally engaged and keep, striving for greater, and just striving to service people, striving to help people in this field, right? So then I met my coach, my current coach, Mike. He's now my bodybuilding coach, right? And I learned so much from him. Shout out to Mike. I started really like, okay, I'm building some muscle here. I'm recompositioning my body, learning things, learning new ways of training people, just learning different techniques, learning different form, arm placement, things like that. And I won my first bodybuilding show, guys. But I literally had to stay in a certain mind frame. I had to keep myself motivated. I had to keep my stress levels down. I had to manifest that. I had to manifest that. And in order for me to manifest that, I had to have mental clarity and focus. I had to have drive. I journaled every day. I meditated every day. I kept bad energy away from me. If it was stressing me out, I removed it. Like literally, like if it was my ex, he was gone. It's like at a point in time, you have to put yourself first, and you cannot keep on battling with people that put you in a certain state of mind. If they're going to stress you out, they got to be removed. If a job is going to stress you out, they got to be removed. Like literally, these are the things that I was putting into place to keep myself on track, keep myself like, and I had to tell him, this ex of mine, that if you're going to stress me out, you can go. I promise you, because I was not in that state of mind anymore. My mental clarity was so clear that it wasn't funny. And the old me would have dealt with it. I would have let him stress me out. I would have, just rolled with the punches and not spoken up for myself. Not that D. Not this D. You will not catch me not speaking up for myself. You will not catch me doing things that I don't want to do anymore, right? Because now, when I put myself first, everything else aligns around me. right? My business grows. My coaching gets better. My education, my knowledge, all of that gets better, right? And so what I did was turn my life experiences, right, into a program that helped women just like me to overcome things that literally I went through, going through bad breakups, dealing with crazy friendships, dealing with jealousy, envy, whatever you want to call it, just dealing with people who have this off energy about them, or they want to use you till they can't use you anymore, just cultivating that mindset. And it all starts with mindset. A good program around fitness and nutrition and health is going to help you establish a healthy, strong mindset, because nothing can move. The scale won't move. Your muscles won't grow. They won't pop through the fat unless your mind is strong. You absolutely have to make sure that you are exercising your mind, that you are, staying in a high vibrational state before you feel like you can actually lose weight, or like I said, recomp your body. Like, nothing starts to move physically until up here moves. I'm gonna promise you that. You stressed out and you constantly working out, you think you're eating good, or you are eating good, you're eating good, but you ain't losing no weight, or you gaining weight, it's because you're stressed out. Believe me, I know. I said I go through this all the time. When I find myself over stressing, my scale don't move no matter how much I work out, how much cardio, how many carbs I want to cut from my diet. It doesn't move. So programs literally help foster that mindset shift in order for you to lose up to 20 pounds in 16 weeks. It is not something that I'm making up here. This is something that I've done with many women, as long as they do their part. But in order for them to do their part, I have to show up as the strong coach that they need me to be, right? They come to me for support, accountability, for education. And that's another thing that I do in my programs too. I educate my clients on why they're doing what they're doing, so they can know exactly how to make the choices that they're going to make that's going to cultivate, the goal that they're trying to achieve, right? Because if they don't know why they're eating all this protein, if they don't know why they have to do this cardio, it's like, oh, well, she just told me to do it, but you know what I'm saying? It's not important. I'll get to it later. But if I'm telling you that you need to eat this damn protein so that your metabolism will turn on, if I'm telling you, that it's going to keep you satiated longer, that it's going to help you with your sugar cravings, that it's going to ultimately be one of the most important things you do in order to see weight loss, your ass is going to do it. Because now you know why. You know why you need to do that cardio, to get that cardiovascular help up. But then you also need to know why it's going to help you with your calorie deficits. A strong program is going to educate you as well. My program is based on my life experiences, but also the experiences of the many women that I've helped throughout the years. It's a program that I have built on a strong foundation of knowledge, a strong foundation of experience, and a strong foundation of results. I help busy working professional women lose up to 20, a lot of times up to 30 pounds in 16 short weeks. So if this sounds like something that you can resonate with, if your story sounds like my story, if, it might not be the exact same thing, but if you've dealt with traumas, if you've dealt with, stress, if you deal with, just confidence issues, if you need accountability, if you need support, if you don't know where to begin, and you literally need that community that's going to support you to help you stay on track, because you might not even have that in your life and you're looking for that, please, please, please get in contact with me. Let's schedule your wellness consultation and let's get you started. Let's get you on the path that you're ready to be on. because Lord knows a lot of times it takes for someone who's not in your friendship circle or someone who's not in your family circle to wake you up. Okay? And a lot of times you know you're on the right path, but you're scared to take it because you don't know, you know, if you're going to do it correctly, or, you know, you have all these self-sabotaging beliefs like, oh, I got to do a bunch of cardio. I have to take up tons of hours in the gym to lose this weight. And that's all self-sabotaging beliefs. And it's all wrong at the same point in time. You're thinking that, oh, I'm gonna have to give up all the foods I love and things like that. No, you don't. There's all types of healthy substitutes and recipes that you can incorporate that still have you loving the foods that you love to eat. You don't have to sacrifice, food to lose weight, but you have to know how to do that. And if you don't know how to do that, if you're struggling, like I said, let's schedule a consultation today. Email me, DM me, whatever you need to do, comment below. Let's get started today. Let's get on the phone. Let's work around. Let's listen to your challenges. Let's put together a plan around your challenges, and let's get you to losing that weight that you want to lose, or building that lean muscle that you want to lose. Getting that confidence back up. Knocking out them insecurities, getting you to develop better relationships with self, better relationship with your family because your stress levels are down. You're showing up as a better mom, a better wife, a better girlfriend, whatever, better friend, whatever you need to show up as, right? Or just showing up for yourself, all right? So I hope this helps someone today to at least start thinking about the route that they need to take, all right? And if you need help with that, like I said, I'm your girl, all right? I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace.